Good morning, everyone. Today I'm talking about the jellyfish Cassiopeia exhibit a sleep-like state. And this paper is published by Current Biology. So first, let me explain why we choose jellyfish to be our material. And first, there is evidence for sleep-like state in arthropod, like insect or spider or some nematode. Like this picture shows. And second, Cnidaria is the first metazoan phyla to evolve neurons and muscle. Neurons means some nervous cell, so we can feel everything by the nervous cell. And the third, Cnidaria is the early branching phyla. We can see this picture. This graph is the evolution chart according to the CNS, Central Nervous System. And you can see the jellyfish come to Earth more earlier than other animals. And the right side is the other animal that they have the sleep behavior. So we pick the jellyfish to be our material because we want to know whether they have the sleep behavior. Okay, what is Cassiopeia? Cassiopeia is also known as upside-down jellyfish, and there is only 8 species exist nowadays. You can find it in the warm coastal regions like Kandin, and they usually live upside down on the bottom of the water. So that's why they call upside down jellyfish. And you can see this GIF, and they keep posing by contracting and relaxing their belt. Here is the belt. So posing behavior generates the fluid current that makes Cassiopeia has the many process of like filter feeding and circulation of metabolic and expulsion of byproducts. And the posing behavior is controlled by light and gravity sensing organ called Rhopalia, and this is the Rhopalia. Okay. And so they posing differently in the day and the night, so that's why we choose jellyfish to be our material, because that's a good sample to be behavioral tracking. Okay, let's talk about the sleep. 3 things define the sleep-like state. And first, behavioral of quiescence, which means a period of decreased activity. And second, reduced responsiveness to stimuli the quiescent state. And third, homeostatic regulation of the quiescent state. Okay, homeostatic regulation means the ability of living organism, cell or other, to keep the condition inside the same despite any change around it. For example, warm blood animal always keep their body temperature in a same level, no matter outside is hot or cold. So here is our objective. Does Cassiopeia exhibit a sleep-like state? That's what I want to know. So first part, behavioral of quiescence. And as Cassiopeia pose, the average of the pixel intensity changes, which was measured for each frame of recording, producing a pose trace. You can see this graph. When Cassiopeia contracted, there is a peak in the monitor. So 2 peaks means 1 posing. And after the measurement, we got this graph. And x-axis is the time, and the y-axis is the normalized intensity of monitor. So we observe that Cassiopeia poses less at night than during the day. So to quantify this difference in posing frequency, we check the posing behavior of 33 jellyfish over 6 continuous days at night. So We define activity as the total number of posts in the first 20 minutes of each hour. And after the measurement, we got the data. And x-axis is the time, and the y-axis is the activity. So, after the measurement, we normalize the activity by their mean day normalized. By their mean day activity. And you can see the dark zone is the night, and the light zone means the day. So after the normalize, we got this data. And obviously, you can see the jellyfish activity decrease throughout the first 3 to 6 hours of the night. And with the lowest activity occurring to the 6 to 12 hours after the day to night transition. So here's the conclusion of this chart. We can say there is a quiescent state in the Cassiopeia. Okay, second part, reduced responsiveness. We found that in the outside, Cassiopeia prefers staying on solid surface as it is found in nature. And it also, and it often, and it are released into the water column. They quickly move to the bottom of the tank. So we want to know its reduce of responsiveness. So we make the experiment. Step 1, lift to fixed height. Hold for 5 minutes to allow the jellyfish to climate. The climate means to change something to suit different conditions. Okay. Step 2, placing the jellyfish free floating in the water column. And step 3 and step 4, measure the time to the first post and measure the time to the bottom. So after the measurement, we got these two graphs. And you can see the jellyfish spend more time to the first post and spend more time to the bottom. So that's the conclusion of this picture is the Cassiopeia reduce its responsiveness in the nighttime. So let's go to the third part. Homeostatic regulation. To test whether they have the homeostatic regulation in their quiescent state, we deprive jellyfish of behavioral quiescence for 12 hours using a mechanical stimulus. And this stimulus consists of a brief, like 10-second pulse of water every 20 minutes, which means we splash the water every 20 minutes, they make their sleep. You may not understand what I'm talking about. It's just like this picture. Okay? That's why your mom do to you every morning. Okay. And after the measurement, we got the data. And red block is the deprivation. So this line, red line is the mean activity of the daytime. The red dash is the mean activity of the nighttime. We can see decreased activity after the deprivation means after the deprivation, the activity is decreased than the base level. So activity return to the baseline after the day and night activity, after 24 hours. So you can see after a day, the activity go back to the baseline level of before deprivation. Although the deprivation is done, but there is some regulation, like the day activity is higher and the night activity is lower, and that's why. That's why I told you the activity of Cassiopeia is regulated by day and the night. So let's check our conclusion. Okay, go back to check our 3 definitions of sleep. Behavioral quiescence, yes, that is obvious. And reduce responsiveness to stimuli in the quiescent state, yes. And homeostatic regulation of the quiescent state, I think is yes. So the question, the Cassiopeia exhibits a stabilized state. The answer, of course, yes. Here is our other conclusion. Okay, our findings suggested that this behavioral state arose prior to the evolution of the centralized nervous system, and the ancestral function of sleep may be revealed by further study of early branching mechanism. That's all. Thank you for listening.
Okay.